guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amara and I am a yoga teacher, but I also love to share a lot of spiritual wellness and soul development here on my channel, in my classes, in everything that I do. So welcome to today's video on how to make your aura more powerful and more attractive. Now, I love the idea of this video because I feel like more and more of us are more intrigued by this concept of energy and our aura. So before we even begin, I just kind of want to explain to you what your aura is and why having a powerful aura and having an attractive aura is a really helpful thing, a really good thing, what it means. So yes, let's dive straight in, let's begin. So first things first, what is your aura? Now, your aura is the energies that surround you. So when we think about aura, we know that everything vibrates, everything has an energy to it, right? We learned this in school, that everything, even as a solid, is vibrating. And when we vibrate, it creates an energetic field. Now, our aura is the energetic field that surrounds us. So it is the energy that we give off to the world. Sometimes it's also the energy that we collect. And the way in which you can understand aura is the feeling that someone gives. So quite often you can feel when someone is close by, maybe they haven't touched you, but you can just feel that there's an energy of someone lingering close by, or that someone's behind you. You get that sense, and what that actually is that your energetic field, your aura, is feeling their aura. So whilst you may not have physically touched, you're feeling the energy between you. So basically, our aura is what is known as our energy body. So this energy body tends to be about roughly a meter around us. So we emanate it for roughly a meter. For some of us this will be more, for some of this will be less. Depending on how we're feeling, it will also be more or less. And as technology has improved and as we learn more about the aura, we now have things like aura photography, and we now have scientists who are really studying the aura and what it means and how it works. And within today's video, we are going to talk about how you can make your aura more powerful and more attractive. Now, this idea of a powerful aura, basically what that means is, how are we making your energy really magnetic, really attractive? How can you have a really beautiful aura that people are very drawn to? Because sometimes you can have a really powerful aura, but it's not a good thing. And we're trying to make you have a really beautiful, powerful aura that not only is really strong and very attractive and really speaks for you energetically, but we're also trying to make sure it's one that is in alignment with your higher self, versus some of those auras that we may come across where we can feel someone's energy and it's not a good energy, right? So let's dive straight into step one to making your aura more powerful and more attractive. Now, the first step to making your aura more powerful, more attractive, is to make sure that you are cleansing your energy often. Now, the way in which auras work is we are constantly kind of mixing our aura, our energetic field, with those around us. So quite often we can pick up little bits of other people's energy and they sort of get stuck within our aura if we're not cleansing it very often. And this is where sometimes we can feel really heavy. If you've ever been around people and you feel like they drain you, quite often that's because we've actually picked up some of their energy and we have poor energetic hygiene, which then means that we're then carrying their energy around with us. Whereas when we begin to practice energetic cleansing, this is when we make sure that the aura that we're dealing with is 100% our own. We haven't picked up any gross bits of anyone else's aura that we don't need, that don't serve us. So methods of energetic cleansing, I'll give you a few. Use of any sort of smudge stick, so whether it be sage, palo santo, maybe you use a smudge stick more local to your area. You can also use incense. These are all fantastic for cleansing your auras. You can use them by lighting them and then using the smoke to move through your energetic field, which is just around the body. Taking deep breaths and just having the intention of releasing any negative energy from your aura. Another really beautiful way to cleanse your aura is using this crystal called selenite. Now, this selenite crystal is really fantastic for energetic cleansing and clearing. So maybe you wear selenite, maybe you carry it around with you, maybe you do that same thing that you usually do with smoke, but use a selenite one to do this, and that can be really effective. Now, having a way of cleansing your energy mostly on a daily basis is really important. And one of my favorite ways for making sure that my energy is nice and clear is through the practice of yoga. Yoga was actually created to move energy around the body and to be a bit of an energy cleanser. So that's one of my favorite ways, to just make sure I'm cleansing my energy in some shape or form every day. But making sure that you cleanse your energy often is a really, really good starting point for making your aura more powerful and more attractive, because it means that we're working with 100% your energy and we're not picking up anyone else's limiting belief or anyone else's doubts, because every single emotion that we have carries an energy, and that energy is then reflected within our aura. So if you were to see the aura of someone who is very negative, who is very self-loathing, very self-deprecating, their aura would look very, very different to the aura of someone who's very confident, who is practicing a lot of self-love and is very outspoken. So making sure that we are really not picking up anything that we don't need and often cleansing it is going to be really, really, really important. Now, the next step to having a more powerful and attractive aura is a really, really simple one, and it is spending more time in nature and connecting to nature. Now, first things first, I just want to explain why this is really fantastic for your aura. Now, we are meant to have a very symbiotic and similar vibration to Mother Earth. We are part of the earth, we are one with the earth, and due to some of the lives that we live, we often get very, very detached from the frequency, the vibration, the aura, if you will, of the earth. And taking this time to spend time in nature is a really great recalibration of your aura, making sure it's grounded, making sure it's really nice and strong and stable. It's working with what's known as our root chakra, which is the very basis of creating energy within the body. So really making sure that we're grounding in nature. A really great way to do this is a practice called earthing, where you will stand barefoot or walk barefoot in the earth. This is really amazing for just recalibrating your energy and recalibrating your aura to the frequency of the earth, and having a very rooted and grounding energy really avoids any of those feelings of excess anxiety, worry, self-doubt. These are all feelings of people who are not very grounded and feelings of people who are not very connected to the earth. And within that aura, what you will see is you will see a lot of turbulence, because they have no grounding, they have no tether to Mother Earth, and therefore are very unsure. That's very natural, that's what happens. So taking your time to connect with nature as much as you can is going to be a really good way to strengthen your aura more than anything else, and make it a really powerful, grounded, strong aura that takes up the space that we want it to take up. Whereas if you aren't spending time in nature, you might actually find that your aura is quite weak, because you're not actually having a space to collect the energy from for your aura. So that is powerful and attractive. This one is definitely much more on the side of making it more attractive and magnetic. That is practicing gratitude. And I'm sure you've had this before, but the reason I'm going to tell you to practice gratitude to strengthen and make your aura more attractive is because gratitude has the same vibration as love. Love is the vibration of the heart chakra. Now, when someone has a really open heart chakra, we see this in their aura. We often see lots of colors of pink or green, because that is the color of the heart chakra. And this is a very warm feeling. The feeling of someone with a very heart-centered aura. It's warm, it's inviting, it's beautiful, it's very, very, very attractive. People are drawn to a person with a very open heart. Now, the way in which we do this is, first of all, practicing gratitude is amazing, because we are attuning to the vibration of gratitude, which is very similar to that of love. But also taking time to experience love can be really, really helpful to attuning our aura towards this. So whether it be being around loved ones, whether it be being around things that we love, doing things that we love, this feeling of love, gratitude, and joy is really fantastic for opening up the heart chakra and allowing it to really fill the energy within our aura. Whereas when we have a very closed heart chakra, our aura is much less attractive, because we are not as open, we're not as welcoming to other people energetically. So practicing daily gratitude and thinking of 3 things each day that you're grateful for, that you love, is a really, really great way to make your aura more attractive. Moving on to step 4. This is a way to really make sure that you are avoiding collecting any more of people's energy, to keep your aura very much feeling your own, also to protect your aura in terms of if you have a very open heart energy in your aura, making sure we protect it from any negativity. And that is the use of a black tourmaline crystal. And these crystals are really good for absorbing low vibrations and negative energies. Now, you may choose to carry a black tourmaline in your right pocket. The right is where we always collect things and release things into. So having it in your right pocket is great because it doesn't mean we're drawing it in, it means we're releasing it. Another thing we can do with this is wear on a necklace, earrings, a ring. You can get lots of crystal jewelry, but having black tourmaline can be really, really fantastic for protecting your aura. Me personally, I actually use a piece of black tourmaline above my front door. So anytime that I walk into my home, I know that I'm not bringing in any negative energy or any low vibrations from the outside world. And then I have my home be a really sacred space where I can recharge and get myself feeling energetically very, very centered. And again, this will reflect in your aura. Your aura is a reflection of your internal state, of the way in which you're feeling. So it's not just something we can do on the outside and not do it within. Your aura is a reflection of what's going on within. Now, moving on to step 5, and this one is going to be really fantastic for both making your aura feel more powerful, but also making it more attractive and magnetic once again. And this is working with what's known as your solar plexus chakra, where we hold all of our self-confidence. We all know that confidence is attractive. We love confident people. We don't like arrogant people. So I caveat that with, if you are someone who's already very confident and verge on arrogance, you may need to take it down a notch. But for those of us, and many of us, who struggle with self-confidence, this is reflected directly within our aura. So you are not going to have a strong, powerful, attractive aura if you have no self-confidence and are constantly doubting yourself and constantly worried that you're taking up too much space. So this is where the practice of self-love comes in to help us really strengthen our aura. So practicing self-love, I actually have a whole video on how to practice self-love and enter your self-love era, so I'm going to link that below. But a really, really fantastic way for bringing in some more self-love into your life is through the use of affirmations. So I love myself, I am beautiful, I am confident, I am capable, whatever it might be. Using these affirmations on a daily basis, maybe you repeat them to yourself while you're brushing your teeth. Maybe you repeat them to yourself when you're feeling a little bit low on confidence. But all of these elements that we do to help improve our self-confidence, whether it be affirmations or other practices, working on our self-love and building our self-love is one of the most powerful ways for strengthening our aura, but also making our aura a lot more attractive and a lot more magnetic. Because again, when we are using this element of self-love, we're communicating confidence with the same vibration as love, and the two of them together are very, very, very attractive, because there's this outward loving energy of I'm confident, I'm welcoming, I'm proud of who I am, and it encourages other people to feel that energy too. So working on self-love is kind of like a 2-in-1 when it comes to both strengthening and making our aura more attractive. And last but not least, the final step to making your aura more powerful and definitely more attractive is prioritizing pleasure and joy. Now this one is a really, really big one, and it definitely takes big steps towards making your aura more attractive and more magnetic, because when we are experiencing pleasure and joy and this feeling almost sensuality and really being in touch with our senses and feeling good, it shows within our aura. When we are someone who avoids feeling good, when we are someone who's maybe very rigid, who isn't very fluid, who finds it hard to be creative, this really, really shows in our aura, and it restricts everything. There's this feeling of restriction. It stops our aura from being able to expand in ways, because we are actually afraid of expanding in all ways. We're afraid of opening up ourselves to feeling more pleasure and feeling more joy within our lives. So when we begin to prioritize our own pleasure and joy and sensuality and just enjoying, really activating all of the senses, this shows within our aura, and it correlates directly to our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra is obviously one of our most attractive chakras when we think about becoming more attractive and magnetic. So when we really tap into this joy and this pleasure, we are unlocking that space. And what that does again is directly seep into our aura and make it an aura that is first of all very expansive, but also it feels very easy. It's an aura that feels very at ease, it feels joyful, it feels fluid. And for those of you that are women here, this is often a really big barrier for a lot of women into unlocking the power of their aura. So working into your joy, your pleasure, your sensuality is really powerful for strengthening your aura, for making it more magnetic, for making it more attractive. And ways in which you can do this is really begin to activate all of the senses. So thinking about smell, taste, touch, feel, all of the things that feel really good. So maybe for you that is buying flowers, maybe that is the feeling of painting or creating, and maybe that's the feeling of good food. Whatever it is that helps you feel pleasure is really going to unlock this rigidity within your aura, and it really creates this feeling of ease, and it actually helps everyone around you feel more at ease because you are so grounded and settled in life getting to be good, of choosing to feel good. And I genuinely do think this is one of the most attractive things in a person's aura, is when we see this openness, this feeling of joy and pleasure, and there's self-love, there's confidence, there's gratitude, and from that, this aura is first of all so expansive and powerful, and second of all, it is really attractive, really magnetic. It's very sensual, it's very sexy. It's definitely an aura that people feel very drawn to. Now, with that being said, that is everything for today's video on how to make your aura more powerful and more attractive. I'm really hoping those were 6 relatively easy steps that could really help you to step into expanding your aura, into raising your vibration within your aura as well. If you enjoyed this, please do let me know, like, comment below. If you have any other questions about your aura, your energy body, or you want to get another feeling within your aura, whatever it might be, comment below, let me know. I'm happy to make a video on it. If you are interested in learning more about your soul and things like that, they are always in the description below. I have an entire online soul studio where you can connect to your soul a little bit deeper. But otherwise, I am sending you so much love. I cannot wait to catch up with you in one of my other videos on this channel. I will link some suggested ones here that you might enjoy. Other than that, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in my next video here. Bye guys.